Oman Society for Petroleum Services, which is OPAL, was created as an idea, as a concept more than a decade ago, until it reached a point where it became clear that to get it licensed and structure it in a proper form would be much more impactful. It actually came in from the intent of the members, the players in the oil and gas industry in Oman, whether it's producers and operators or contractors and service providers, logistics, etc., who thought that they would like to get together and enhance the level of play, enhance the performance standards. And this is probably the inception. So it got licensed in 2001, and ever since then we've been actually having the challenge of trying to deliver to the expectations of our membership.
So Glasspoint's been in Oman since 2010, when we first contacted PDO to discuss solar enhanced oil recovery. Turned out that PDO had already been studying solar EOR for many, many years, and they wanted to do a pilot project. So we worked with PDO, and in December 12, 2012, we went live with our first solar EOR pilot in Oman, and that's been running now since then, so almost a year's gone by. The project was on time, on budget, and it's been performing slightly above specification ever since we switched it on. So we're very hopeful that PDO will choose over the next 5 years to expand, both in that location in Amal and in some of the other heavy oil fields where they're planning thermal enhanced oil recovery.
As MB Holding, we started actually in the oilfield services sector. We started in the mid-80s, and by the mid-90s became the largest oilfield service operator in Oman and eventually in the Gulf. In the mid-90s, we actually found an opportunity to enter the E&P business by acquiring the assets of ELF as they were leaving Oman. We formed a new business called Petrogas, which today is the driver of the group. So we probably do about 45,000 barrels of oil a day. We also went into the mining business, which is the second largest part of the group, and engineering is, of course, the fourth pillar of the group. So services, manufacturing, a big player in oil in-country value in many parts of the world. We operate, depending on the business, in almost about 19 countries as MB Holding. We expect continued growth both in Oman and outside of Oman. In Oman, we're basically very excited about a new exploration block, which is Block 55. We're looking forward to basically shoot seismic. In production, we're going from in our largest asset, we've gone from a 3-rig operation to a 4-rig operation, and in 2014 a 5-rig operation. So we're excited about additional reserves and production. Outside of Oman, we're very, very keen to grow our footprint, which is obviously one of the main reasons that I'm here in Erbil. We're looking at East Africa. That's probably a big growth area. We have an operation in Egypt. We're ramping down our exploration in India. So we're looking at new markets and basically where is a place to grow.
For the last 12 or 13 years, the gas consumption in the Oman gas network has grown by a factor between 5 and 6. It has been stable over this year compared to last year. But we expect some growth maybe over starting from next year, mainly in the power generation sector.
Basically, VEC, is a Value Engineering Center, being the only Omani engineering, high-end engineering company, 100% indigenous, in especially oil and gas in general, with its expertise in EOR, enhanced oil recovery, together with polymer, steam, solar. So that is an exciting ride for VEC since it started 2008. Now, 2013 today, we are 120 growing to 150. We came up with a program which we call it HDD, which is hire, develop, and deploy. It's a program of basically developing the Omani talent, whether it is a graduate engineers from degree side or diploma or lower. In a nutshell, it's a mix. Being an Omani company, would like to participate more into solving the challenge of the job seekers that our youth are looking for. VEC has taken the ownership of getting those Omanis out of job seeking, and we tried the first batch, was about 30 people, and we put them in a training, internal training. First of all, we employed them, because it just removed the myth that they cannot be employed. So we employed them. Of course, we shortlisted them from 120 to 30. Once we employed them, they were relaxed and focused on their development with a career and so on. We put them in training. On the training side, immediately they picked up. We got a tremendous support from PDO, especially from Raul Restucci, the managing director of PDO. So for me, that's the passion which I'm doing right now, just this HDD, high develop and deploy as a brand of recruitment for Omanis. Now, to answer your question about what is the future for VEC, VEC future is exciting with all these projects that are coming up, and not just in Oman, across the border. People start noticing VEC. I've been receiving calls from the ministry as well. I've been meeting His Excellency Dr. Rumhi. I've been meeting His Excellency Nasser Jashmi, and they all support it. So if we have those people, we have the client, like PDO, they're all happy, the future is bright for VEC.
Well, Energy Exchange is also part of the World Refining Association, set up over a number of years. Here in the Middle East, we operate out of 2 offices. The growth plan is to look at how we can support the industry across the region, and the region is moving. Politics is shaping the landscape. So we find that within the Middle East, the impact of the Middle East on, say, Africa is becoming more and more of a strength for Middle Eastern companies, and the impact of the markets to sell products to in Asia is becoming the new route for successful companies within the Middle East. So our growth strategy is to look at Asia and to look at North Africa and Africa as a Middle Eastern operator.